There are a number of challenges that I have to deal with along with everyone in my firm when we have a taxpayer that comes to us because they owe a lot of money to the IRS, but they haven't filed taxes in a number of years. And many a times, the reason why they haven't filed those taxes is they're afraid. They're afraid to file the taxes, hoping that they're going to go under the radar when it comes to the IRS for the prior debt that they have. And the IRS is not going to bother them, but that's not how the rules work. The IRS is eventually going to catch up, and it's going to cost you a tremendous amount of money. So most of the time, I would say at least 85 to 90% of the time when we engage a new client in tax resolution, they have at least 3 years of taxes that have not been filed. And we cannot negotiate with the IRS on behalf of our taxpayer unless they happen to be in compliance, meaning that they have filed taxes for the previous 6 years. So right now, if you have an issue with the IRS, we have to go back to year 2020 through 2025. And that would give 6 years of compliance to make certain that your taxes have been filed. Besides that, I always recommend to my taxpayers that even if they don't have the money to pay, make sure you file on time, will you? And the reason for that is if you file on time, you're going to avoid that additional 25% penalty. So why would you not want to file on time and have that additional 25% penalty? Now, if you can't pay, you're still going to pay penalties on the failure to pay, but it's not going to be compounded by the failure to file. So make sure you do so. Now, the other challenge that we have is when we have to go back multiple years to create that tax return on behalf of the taxpayer is going to have to pay us more because we have to do a lot more work. Many times, the taxpayer does not have all the data. They don't have all the tax records. They moved. They lost them. There was one of the taxpayers last year that had a fire in his garage, and that's where he kept, a lot of the data and on paper. So that went away, and that forces us to get power of attorney, and then go to the IRS and download all of their transcripts. And one of the important ones when we do back taxes for clients that haven't paid and that haven't filed in a number of years, if we have to pull their wage and income statements and their wage and income summary statements to make certain that we're not missing anything, because whatever gets sent to you as a taxpayer, W-2s, 1099s, 1099Ks, whatever it may be, Social Security benefits, they're all reported to the IRS. So we have to make a comparison between the data that we obtain from your IRS transcripts versus the data that you provide to us to make certain that it equates and that we have all the documents that we need to file your taxes. Because if something goes wrong, there's going to be an audit. And audits are not easy and they're not good to have to go through. And obviously, you're going to have to pay your tax professional a lot more to help you during an audit. So why not try to do it the right way from the onset? So I just want to caution: make sure that you file your taxes promptly. But if you haven't filed your taxes, make sure you hire a professional like our firm that can actually go to the IRS, represent you, be able to download all the transcripts and do due diligence to make sure that whenever you file taxes for, in this situation, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, through 25, if you're late or you haven't filed any of them, that you do it correctly so there's not going to be an issue or an audit at some point in time in the future. So if you want to reach out to us, please remember that we do tax preparation, we do tax planning, and we do tax resolution, and we have the ability to represent taxpayers in all 50 states when it comes to the IRS and or their individual states. We have a number of clients that do not live in or live in a state where there's a state income tax, and we're able to represent them there as well. So if you want to schedule a private consultation at no cost or obligation to you, please feel free to reach out. My name, as you see there on the screen, is Bert Salazar, and you can call me at area code 888-477-0108. You can also send me an email at bert@gablestaxgroup.com, and I'll be more than happy to schedule a quick call with you and determine whether our services may be suitable to you, to your family, and to your business. So have a great day, and we'll talk soon.